Welcome, everyone. We have made it. We are 8 years in the making of this moment right here, y'all. 8 years. We have all traveled to be here and to be a part of this. Braved the weather. Braved the elements going up this damn hill to get up here. But we have made it to this moment. So understand, the word moment. I want to say this an exorbitant number of times before we're done. Because understand and be present to the beauty of this moment that we are currently in. I want everyone to take a deep breath in and make space for this moment. And take a long, long sigh out so we can all arrive in this moment. This moment is bigger than all of us put together, y'all. It's for y'all. Brandon and Sabrina, y'all have brought together a beautiful collection of souls that are clearly more attractive and more vivacious than I've become accustomed to. So when I say beautiful people, I'm talking about all of us here in this moment. Yeah. Beautiful people! We are gathered here today to join together Sabrina and Brandon in the union of marriage. Yeah. What a moment, what a moment. We are all here creating the support for this couple. We are now a tribe for them. Look across the aisle. Look in front of you. Look behind you. Look beside you. And the other side. Say hello to your fellow tribe members. Because just as Sabrina and Brandon lean on us individually for encouragement and support, they need to be able to lean on all of us collectively. Let me remind all of us the privilege we have to be chosen by these two, to be here in the public affirmation, what burns deep in their hearts. We must also remember that this is not the beginning of their journey. They are continuing a journey that is fueled by the undeniable connection. Of course, love is patient. Of course, it's kind. But most importantly, love is honest. And I'm not talking about, let me tell you about your self-honesty. I'm talking about that real honesty, that self-honesty, and how that relates to your partner. We all know not all good things are pretty. And honesty is not the cutest one at the barbecue. But we gotta appreciate it because honesty is honest. And honesty is essential for the work and energy that is required for the connection to be long and lasting. The first law of thermodynamics. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All energy consumed must be accounted for. I use this as a metaphor for love because love is the greatest energy that we can give and receive. Love nourishes the soul and fuels the spirit. Love galvanizes us and motivates us to explore, discover, and accomplish the greatest of things because love truly gives us life. So consume the love, girl. Consume the kindness, bruh. And consume the honesty, y'all. As I said today, this is not the beginning. Sabrina and Brandon have already created and basked in the energy that is real, deep, and honest. A wise man once sat under a tree. For years, he sat under this tree, contemplating life, trying to figure things out. And during these years under this tree, he came up with 4 key elements of love. The first one is friendship. Friendship between the couple which nurtures deep understanding. Sabrina and Brandon and I, we met obviously 8 so years ago. keep reminding myself how old I'm getting. But during that time I was meeting them, before they met each other, before they started nurturing their friendship, Brandon was like, I just moved to LA. I don't want to be in a relationship. I know he didn't sound like that, but for the sake of the story, I don't want to be in LA, blah, blah, blah. Sabrina, she was having hot girl summer in the wintertime. Constantly on hot girl summer. I don't need a man. I don't need nothing. I'm good. But they didn't say these words, but the sentiment was that they are, well, that wasn't the sentiment. That was the sentiment I was talking about. Anyway, moving on. But then one day, separately, they decided to come into my karaoke night that I used to have on Monday nights in Hollywood. It was a good night, y'all. It was a good night. Separately, they decided to come in here. The odds of them meeting there were not in their favor. So that's why this is very special. Because years of separate decision-making and years of separate experiences has brought y'all to a point in their life, at that point, that your spirits decided to make the same decision. Go to this damn karaoke. Some call it a coincidence. Others will call it divine intervention. Some will call it drunk. Right? I like karaoke. I'll call it karaoke. But whatever it was that brought them to that moment, that was the moment that they started nurturing their friendship. The first key of love. I'd like to take this time to quote Jim Henson. There's not a word yet for old friends who have just met. It's not a word yet. Old friends that have just met. And the sentiment of that is, this connection is so ineffable. Don't try to describe it. Just let it be. The second key is compassion. Compassion is the wish for others to be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Compassion is the requisite for a meaningful existence. I'd like to take this time to quote the 14th Dalai Lama. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot exist. So if humanity cannot exist, how the hell is a relationship going to exist without compassion? Third key is joy. Oh, joy. Sabrina and Brandon are both loving, nurturing, and adventurous people, as we heard last night through the stories. And though these qualities manifest into different ways, their zest for life and their unconditional love for each other sparks deep, deep joy within their hearts. Which inspires me to think that we should have this little campfire sing-along right now. I'm pretty sure everyone remembers it, I hope so, as a child, nostalgia. Written by George William Cook. I will start singing it. Y'all follow in. I've got joy, 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 joy. Where? Where? Oh my God, thank y'all. I was thinking about it, I was like, what if these people don't actually know this song?
I didn't think I did.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Not mine. I don't really want to share that much.
But if y'all remember how that song goes, you sing about your joy, joy, joy that you have. And the next thing you do, you give that joy to the next person around the campfire. And it's got joy, joy, joy. Then Stephen got joy, joy, joy. Down in my heart today. But eventually the joy that you originally gave out comes back to you. And then you sing again. I got joy, joy, joy down in my heart. Thermodynamics, people. Thermodynamics. The final key is equanimity, which means both the people should be happy in unison and even as individuals. As your individual dreams change and your individual goals get modified, continuing to allow each other to grow and evolve as a unit is paramount. The last quote, y'all. I got one more quote. From Alan Locos. He is a guided meditation instructor. Accepting reality of change, gives rise to equanimity. It's like an analogy for yoga for me. In yoga, you breathe in to create space for the change that's happening. And you breathe out to allow the space that was created to fall into that space. We did that earlier, y'all. We did it earlier today. We started this. We equanimitied ourselves at the beginning of this. Now, these two people standing before us have made a commitment to one another. Not merely a verbal commitment, but a promise of the heart and soul. Sabrina and Brandon have shared with us the opportunity to serve as witness to that commitment. And in doing so, remind us, and hopefully re-inspire us as well, of our love for our families, our spouses, our partners, and our friends. Together, they share a generous and compassionate spirit, a sentimental heart, and a commitment to each other's families. I ask you both, as you stand in the presence of your tribe, the beautiful people, to remember the 4 keys of love: friendship, compassion, joy, and equanimity. These are the stones that pave the way to an enduring partnership. Now, as a wise man that used to wear an afro wig and perform around Hollywood used to say, when it's time to do the damn thing, there's nothing else to do but the damn thing. So our beautiful people have prepared their vows, and we will go through them now. Sabrina, you want to do yours first? How you feeling?
Okay. Brandon, before I met you, I always had an idea of what I wanted in a partner. But when we met, you showed me what I truly wanted and need in a partner. You give me patience beyond what I could ask for, support that makes me feel like I could fly, encouragement to believe in myself, and a love so beautiful that makes me feel grateful to be alive and in love with you every day. I've never felt so loved so completely and fully. You see me exactly for who I am. And love me not in spite of it, but because of it. I love everything about you, but my favorite thing is that you're a safe place. You're a safe place for everyone who meets you, whether it be for a moment or a lifetime. You're my home and my safe place and my whole heart. Thank you for showing me true peace, stillness, and that life can be whatever you want it to be. The best part about marriage is spending the rest of your life with your best friend, and I can't wait to do that with you. You're the love of my life, and I knew from the moment that I met you. So here we stand 8 years and 2 days later, committing our minds, our bodies, and our souls to each other for eternity. I love you so much. Thank you for being you.
And now we will hear from Brandon.
Sabrina, when I met you, I was a fresh face in a new place. I was set on focusing on my pursuits, with no attention paid to a life of romance. I thought that I knew what I was destined for. But then, through a wacky place that brought many of our friends and chosen family together, I met you outside of a little bar, and I met the person that would ultimately change the trajectory of my life forever. Sabrina, you've become my best friend, the absolute love of my life, the single largest driving force of all that's good and worth loving in my life. You are my single greatest inspiration. I try to explain to folks when they ask about you how amazing you are. And it's because you're the battery that powers everything around us. Your compassion and love has inspired everyone who stands with us here today. You always bring the energy when we are gathered together with friends or family alike. You bring a life and vigor that uplifts everyone around you. You live with a genuine openness that makes people feel safe in your presence. You gladly take on the role of caretaker for everyone you care about. Mama Sabs is for real. I look up to your ability to care for those and stay engaged with those that we love. You inspire me to challenge my own natural tendencies to stay neutral or disconnected. I've always described myself as a satellite to most social groups I found myself in, but you're the one who's always brought me back down to earth. I am the person I've grown into because of you. Our love has enabled me to approach life with a bravery that I never had previously. You've created a stable platform of love and support that all of the things that I could ever achieve in my life will be built upon. I would not be the artist or creator that I am without you. You support all of my insane ideas and risky proposals. You understand me for who I am, and for that I'm eternally grateful. As we enter our wedded life together, I promise to continue to love you and accept you wholeheartedly, unconditionally. I promise to hold our love and union above everything else. I will always fight to protect and defend our love against any force that would seek to undo it. I promise to always see you as my equal. We enter this union together to solidify our partnership, and I promise to hear you always. I recognize my own tendencies to think I know everything, as most people who know me probably know. And I promise to do my best to stay humbled, to hear you out, and fully consider your thoughts, feelings, and points of view. I will always protect and consider your perspective as I do my own. You are my partner, and we will tackle this world together. I look forward to a life of good cooking, awesome house parties, endless music festivals. And I look forward to continuing whatever adventure we can find ourselves in. We're so lucky to have the family and friends who are here with us today, and I look forward to continue to cultivate all these relationships with you. Sabrina Dawn, born of the strange Shock family, I have looked forward to this day since we've jumped on my bed on our first date. I love you, and I'm ready to be your husband for the rest of my life. Thank you for choosing me.
Ooh. The bride and groom will now offer a symbol of their dedication to one another in the exchange of rings. You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of your promises to one another. You've created something invaluable. And just as I know you'll protect the rings, you'll protect the commitment that you make here today. I will now ask you to share your intentions in the presence of your tribe, the beautiful people. Knowing you will state those intentions without reservation, in honesty and in truth. Sabrina, do you promise to cherish, protect, honor, and accept this man as your husband? I do. Sabrina, you may now place the ring on his finger. Now repeat after me. I, Sabrina, take you, Brandon, to be my husband. I promise to be loyal, compassionate, and true on this day and for the rest of my life. Brandon, do you promise to cherish, protect, honor, and accept this woman as your wife? Brandon, please place the ring on her finger. Now repeat after me. I, Brandon, take you, Sabrina, to be my wife. I promise to be loyal, compassionate, and true on this day and for the rest of my life. Now, that Sabrina and you, Brandon, have promised to give yourself to one another and have shared vows and exchanged rings. In the audience of your tribe, it is time to do the damn thing. It is my pleasure, and with the power invested in me from this scarf from Carmen, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Y'all may kiss each other.